Yes. Welcome back to West Coast Wednesday here on Hype Radio. I'm your man Shadow, and tonight, Sacramento, I keep telling y'all, we got real jewels here in the city. And if you haven't found out, looked into, dug deep, you're doing yourself an injustice, because it's cats like this man that's sitting to my left that's really catapulting our city, Sacramento, that I've nicknamed Shadow Minto. That's my thing now.
Oh, I like
we in the city of Shadow Minto.
For real, that's good. I like that.
You know, we really got talent here, and it's sinful that we don't support or go out and look for his music or their music or her music. We really got real shit here. But tonight, on West Coast Wednesdays here on hype-radio.com, I have, now the man go by different names. I'm going to go by what I know. I don't even want to say OG because you kind of come in anew. So we got Nico from Sacramento up here doing the thing with his Nico Vision Media, which we going to get into in just a second. Nico, what's up, bruh?
Man, what's going on, Big Shadow? Thank you for having me.
Man.
Sacramento, what's going on?
Man, I should have had you here a long time ago. I have to apologize for the disrespect that I've been giving you, but we here now, and we're going to set the record straight.
Oh, yeah, no, it's perfect now.
Now, people got to know who you are. So we ain't going to start with what's going on right now. We're going to go back in time.
Okay.
Because back in time wasn't as easy as it is today.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a whole
Like, you had to
world.
get your ass out.
A world that I didn't know that was coming.
Man,
it
you
was
had to,
told to me, but I didn't know.
You had to wear out tennis shoes to be out there and all that shit, but it's crazy. So let's go ahead and get into it. When did you start doing music?
Oh, man. Shit, forever, my whole life.
Say that.
Since I was a kid, pretty much, started with hip-hop came, Dougie Fresh, you know what I'm saying, in the show. I was already trying to, like, breakdance and pop and all that type of shit.
Way back.
Yeah, way back.
Way back.
Damn near first started. So since then, and then I was like, I used to mess around with a little bit of freestyling and all that type of stuff as a kid.
Okay. Now, you said
beatbox, all that type of
yeah,
shit.
oh my God, the beatbox. Oh, I forgot all about that. Now, when you started freestyling, it had to be an artist that you kind of like, everybody imitates somebody at one point in time. Who was that artist that kind of like drove you to find yourself in this style? But at first you was like, I want to be just like.
Oh yeah, man, that's hard because truthfully, I would just have to say everybody in the industry just influenced me as a whole.
Okay.
Not just one individual. But of course, there were certain individuals that stood out, helping me form who I am.
Okay.
But yeah, I would just say the whole industry influenced, where I was going in their life, influenced, eventually found my style. But we're always looking for the style too. I'm still looking for, I got several styles, but I'm still looking for more as they progress.
Okay. Now you come from the era of what is called guerrilla marketing.
Okay.
So you was one of the cats that was at the state fair selling your own CDs. I know some of the cats may not know what CDs are. It's a little silver disc, got music on it. You put that thing.
It's not an 8-track.
Yeah, it's definitely not an 8-track. Now, do you apply that same hustle and grind that you did then when you was out asking people to buy your CD or listen to your music or whatever the case may be? Do you apply that same pressure today, even though it's technically easier to get it, people?
As far as what, like actually selling CDs or just being out in the streets?
Just being out in the streets. Like, do you attack? Because I was out there. I was promoting. I was putting out flyers. I was sniping, and you was right there doing your thing. Like, so I know your grind is heavy. But do you take that same kind of attack to like push your issue on, say, Instagram or for the old heads, Facebook and Twitter and shit like that?
Nah, I don't really get out there and promote my social media in the streets like that.
Okay.
I just took it. I did it back then. I did it for years too. 20-some years.
Okay.
Off and on. So, but I can. I've done it.
Well, I know you can. Like I said, when I was out putting out flyers for different labels and different artists, I see you what's up, Brad? See you out there pushing your CD, working and shit. Now, the pandemic came. We're gonna fast forward. The pandemic came and killed a lot of shit, but it kind of like everybody wants to say the pandemic was a bad thing. I thought it was great because it showed who was real and who was not real. You know, you couldn't be out leaning against somebody else's Lambo taking pictures, or you know, you couldn't do that shit. You had to actually prove that you had real talent.
Yeah.
Now, some cats took the pandemic and rested. Some cats applied pressure. What did you do during the pandemic?
Shit, I did a lot during the pandemic. I had to create my Nico Vision Media platform, and also I put out a couple singles.
Okay.
One of my biggest singles too. I did the single with the Mechanics too. Right.
Now, how'd you hook up with the Mechanics? Because that's something.
Oh yeah, you already know. You know, messing with a gang of bros that linked me in with the Mechanics.
Yeah, you just can't walk into the Mechanics and say, I want to do a song. They got to hear from somebody who knew somebody who had in touch with somebody else.
Yeah, well, you know, a shout out to Leon, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know who that is through the Bay Area and stuff. He's connected with everybody, so.
Okay. So you had the smash single with the Mechanics, and you created Nico Vision Media. Now, what exactly is that?
So Nico Vision Media is pretty much a platform where I give flowers and praises to old school artists that helped influence me before I dropped any type of music. I didn't drop my first project till '95, so everybody that came before me to me is a legend, pioneer, you know, and I'm right at the edge of that. And so what I want to do is pay homage to, you know, pioneers from Northern California, really. You know what I'm saying? And I knew I had to incorporate the Bay Area for SAC to love it, and you know, vice versa, because Sacramento supported the Bay a lot as well. So vice versa, we trading off. So yeah, paying homage to pioneer people like, you know, Black Sea from RBL Posse, Numbskull from the Loonies, you know, people that came out in the early '90s. Then I got some people who came out in the late '90s as well. A couple people like Bueno and Mafio.
Okay. Yeah, I just saw Mafia down in LA now.
Yeah,
he doing his thing. He had his little, he's doing his thing down there. I ain't mad at him. Bueno always been a beast.
Oh yeah, he always been a beast.
Shout out Bueno.
You know, so those
doing
are
his
like
thing,
innovators, you know, from the '90s.
Yeah,
you know.
Bueno's doing this thing now. Shoot shots, not guns, or something like that for
That's
the basketball.
dope.
Like that's crazy.
That's dope. I love that.
That's crazy.
The whole
Shout out to
concept,
Bueno.
the whole thing, for real.
Yeah, because it's funny because my West Coast Wednesday show is different than other West Coast Wednesday shows, because I've heard radio stations, work for radio stations, and other shows that do their West Coast kind of show, but it's always like focused in on LA. So when I created this, I was like, I'm gonna do heavy West Coast, but Northern Cali Bay. Like, you gonna hear a lot of the shit we used to slap in trunks and Broadway cruise and Miller Park kind of shit here, because you know the West is where it's at, and
we need that too. That
Yeah.
Northern Cali push, you know what I'm saying? They be trying to forget about us, you know
man,
what I'm saying? So
we kicking down doors.
we influenced a lot in the industry.
Oh my God!
You gotta think Too Short. One of the first. So
And
hip-hop,
still killing shit. Like cats are still copying Short and 40, Cube, and all that shit. Like they still copying all them cats, but they don't ever want to give us our credit. Just give us a little credit. Just a little credit. That's all we want.
Real.
Now, let's go ahead and get into what's happening now. I'm on one day. I'm scrolling through. I'm trolling, looking to see what's going on, and I see a photo of DJ Quick on a flyer. Oh, he's coming to Harlow's. Good looking out. I keep scrolling. Wait a minute. What did I just see? Scroll back down. Opening for DJ Quick. Nico. I was like, nuh-uh. How in the hell did you land an opening spot for the legendary DJ Quick?
Man, well, I've been working. You know, I've been working hard. I've been opening for a lot of people right now recently, from Little Flip, DJ Unk, you know, Bubba Sparks,
Wow.
Young Dro, Keek the Sneak, Rapping Forte.
Well, your resume is
Mike
tremendous.
Marshall. So over the last year, dealing with Zach from SAC, and I've been working hard, and I've been blessed, you know, to know an individual as well that's known in Sacramento through the industry and stuff, which is Cali Capital, and you know, she's linked your boy up. You know what I'm saying? Bless me. You know what I'm I'm saying?
Shout out
So,
Cali.
Yeah, shout out Cali. So, you know, so I'm continue to work. You know, so yeah, it's gonna be rocking this Friday too, July 14th. DJ
Now,
Quick the Legend.
people, we all know you love Quick. Sacramento, we know you
love
love
Quick.
DJ
I grew
Quick.
up with you. You love
We
Quick.
know you love Quick. But for this man to be picked to open for Quick, you gotta understand he can't be no fake ass artist. Like he gotta have real talent. Like Quick ain't gonna just let garbage open the door for him. He gonna want diamonds and gold bars opening the door for him. So
And real history.
yeah,
Real
come
networks
through the
too.
Harlow's.
Networks.
Pay your little. How much is to get into Harlow's for that night?
You know, if you get your tickets right now on my page, you go through that link, they're only going to be about $35.
Come on now.
But if you show up at the door, if you're lucky to get in, because I know about 5 years ago, I tried to go to one of these shows. I didn't buy my ticket in advance.
Get your feelings hurt.
No go. They didn't care who I was in the network with.
Get your feelings
I don't
hurt.
care if you got a song with 40. You ain't coming in.
Yes. Now, I'm glad you brought that up because I knew you had a song with 40, but I didn't hear it. Now, I have to apologize for that.
That's all right.
But, well, first of all, I'm going to put the blame where it's
That's
at.
good, though. That's good that you
Yeah.
said that because I've been pushing it for a minute. That just shows why I continue to push that song.
Now, how did you end up with a song with Uncle?
Shit. If you're familiar with Sacramento and the industry again, I'm going to start off first. It was Jay Synth. Yeah, Jay Synth.
Shout out Jay Synth.
Shout out Jay Synth. You know, the legend now coming out of Sac.
Yes.
Doing his thing very hard. So you already know. So with Jay, he put me right in touch with Big O Meezy.
Okay.
You feel me? So if you know Big O Meezy, this is another
Shout out
Sacramento
Omeezy.
man out here swinging around, you know. So through them guys, shit, they hit up 40, and me and 40 talked. You know, 40.
Now-
I gave 40 his homage, and
Now, to get on the phone and talk with 40, I know you're hearing the voice. He real low key, real cool, but getting on the phone with 40, I seen him. I know 40. I hug 40. I love 40. That's family to me. But every time I see him, it's still that little kid in the back, like, oh my God, it's E40. I know E40. Everybody's seeing him coming and hollering at me and hug me like,
For real.
it's E40. What was it like for you to kind of?
the first talk to him,
Yeah.
it was just dope. It was dope. I was like, yeah, I'm making some steps now, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking
Yeah.
to 40, I'm getting blessed, you know what I'm saying? And he really sat there and we listened to me, chopped it up, and I told him the concept of where out the direction of the song, how I wanted to go, because when you hear the song, you can tell it's a personal song, you know? So we chopped it up about where we wanted to go with it, and so it was dope, you know?
Now, to deal with 40, you have to kind of like do a lot of things. And I say that because to watch 40, you learn how to move. To listen to 40 and follow what he say, you master the moves. The man gives game in his sleep. I guarantee he got to.
Oh yeah, he's one of the top gang spitters. Him, Sugar Free.
Yes, yes.
Yuck. There's a few cats, man. But, of course, 40's like right on top of that list. Cheek, you know what I'm saying? But 40 be sprinkling.
Oh,
He got
and he been doing it
too
for
much music.
Been doing it for many
I ain't gonna
moons.
say too much, but he got a lot of music.
Been doing it for moons,
Moons.
and he's still out here moving. Like you call him OG, but you can't really put him in that column.
He got it. He got everything going too, from the food to the liquor. to
I've
the
been trying to
music.
track down turf burritos. Like it's I'm looking for
Probably go to
something
Vallejo
with
to find
Indiana
something.
Jones, bro. Like it's crazy. I can't
I
find.
think they got him I heard they had him at the stadium or something like that.
Well,
Not ours.
to look at all the shit he got turf burritos. The man has got an ice cream now.
Oh,
He got
yeah.
every alcohol there is, from wine
Oh,
to
yeah.
his
Liquor,
own brandy.
a mixed drink.
Yeah, and the man got his fingers in. Now, I've never been to a real MLB baseball game. I've been to the River Cats. Shout out Sacramento River Cats.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go somewhere because I have to get some lupia. 40 is a genius.
That's what I'm saying. I heard it was like at one of those spots.
Man, I can't even imagine.
At the Golden State games.
Yeah, I think he got it in the Giants, and I do believe he got it in the Warriors too. If I'm not, talking out of the side of my neck.
Something I heard, but yeah, I ain't seen it myself.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna get into it. I'm getting into it because the man is just, he was giving game. Talk about before you buy a $85,000 car, go and buy a house. Like, it's real shit. Like, if you listen to 40, he really gave you the cliff notes on life.
Real talk.
It's crazy, but
That's one of the reasons why I got him, because he was known. Him and Short were known, to be some of the cats that first started selling out the trunk.
out the trunk,
Hand
man.
to hand.
The click. I remember buying the click from somebody.
Like them and Jay King, you know what I'm saying, which helped keep me influenced to saying, yeah, this is how you push, make something happen.
Now with Jay King, because you mentioned him before, like, how did you hook up with Jay King? Because that's not just a random somebody.
Yeah, so my label, I used to be with a label, like at the beginning of the 2000s, WR Entertainment Will is his cousin. You know what I'm saying? So we used to, I was going to his house when he was in the Bay, LA spots, all types of stuff. So I was able to connect with Jay through him. So we would sit down and Jay would just, sprinkle us with heckin' game and stuff. He allowed me to remix a couple of his songs. The Jealousy, the Why You Treat Me So Bad, the Situation Number 9.
What?
I did all 3 of those.
Wait a minute.
In the past.
Now see, you talk about you do your own studio work?
No. Well, I did. There was times I have, but I go to people for studio time.
Okay.
I go to like Emo now.
Emo's a beast
yeah,
too.
Emo's a beast. Yeah, I go to him now. So, but I've had different people in the past, and there was a time I had my own setup. But yeah, so I would just go to Jay, and he would sprinkle us. And the one key thing that why I became even more just pushing out the trunk hand to hand so hard is because he let us stay in one of his spots out there for a week out in LA. It was like an office / studio.
Okay.
Not studio, but an office / just a little apartment type
Little
thing. But it was a studio.
Right.
Office, and it was off Sunset.
Okay.
And so we would go out all through LA, sell CDs, and every couple of days, he would stop by. Be like, how's it going? I'd be like, oh, we sold like 30-some CDs. He'd be like, what? That's great.
Oh, he was lightweight testing y'all to make sure you don't get your ass up and do something.
But he's saying that's a good thing. We're thinking like, man, I'm saying 30 CDs. I'm saying, like, he was like, no, that's good. So how much did you sell over the last week or last few days? Okay, like 100 and some. You did 3,000 copies altogether. Then he took us to the sound scans. He said, see, these are some of your favorite artists from the region right here. This is what they're selling sound scan. And they don't be out in the streets like you guys do.
Right.
So this is what their numbers are. You guys said you have this. Well, y'all competing with the top artists from Northern California.
Right.
I'm showing you the sound scan. These are their numbers. These are your numbers. You're like right there. Some of them is a little bit more, some of them a little bit less, but these are your top artists. So what you're doing is good. So ever since then, and that was like 2003, something like that.
Okay.
You feel me? And that's what. Once he told me that game, that's when I went crazy because he has a story that he'll tell you about rumors.
Right.
He'll tell you about when he put out, look at all these rumors, and he was trying to get on. He'll tell one dude, hey, my name is Jay King. This is my single. Look at all these rumors. Oh, for real? That's great, Jay. Good to meet you. Tell that to him.
Right.
Over there, hey, my name is Jay King. I got this record. Look at all these rumors. Oh, good to meet you, Jay. That's great. Go tell that guy that, and they just keep repeating. So that was the game that he told me that he had to push rumors. You had to push it.
Yeah, it's crazy, but he pushed it the right way because that's a classic.
Oh yeah.
Now, it's crazy. Like, you have to be your own corporation in this game. But once you get in this game, doors open for you in ways that you never. When you are done recording your voice, making music, and you've hit 8 times platinum on your album and everything.
I don't know if anybody from SAC did that as an artist.
And then
we
gonna put it.
We should if we all got behind each other.
If we got behind
All
each
those people that we
other, we'd be platinum every time. Every,
Oh, yeah.
understand this, artists come here because they love coming to Sacramento.
Oh, yeah. We've been feeding artists from other cities for years.
If we would just put that same energy to the quality cats in the area,
That's really
it'd
big.
be ridiculous. It'd
Like
be
some of the
ridiculous.
people we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Us, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot
Yeah,
of
it's
people.
crazy. But
We love what y'all do, though.
Yeah.
You know, for those who do.
for those who do, but for
Those
music,
who
though,
wanna.
yeah, facts. So
Don't be scared. We still your bro. Don't you know?
we still love you. We still love you. Just remember.
We the homie just because we trying to do something. Remember, we still that same homie from back in the days that used to hang out. We played ball with y'all or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
You know, we
Oh,
still. Hey, it's still the same love. We still the same people. Just
Still
show
the
love.
same.
It don't make you, you know. Oh man, you trying to ride what they doing? You just nah. You just supporting the bros. That shit. We was bros at one time.
That's an understanding that we have to come to grips with. But for music to open up a door for you to go into a different business. Now you said the Nico Vision Media, Vision Media.
Nico Vision Media.
Yeah. So, what other door would you like your music to open the game to? What other business or something that you would create off of this? What would that be?
Everything, just being a vessel too to help keeping the music maybe flowing. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying? If it's
okay.
you know still putting on shows, promoting shows, whatever the game could offer. You know what I'm saying? If it was like 40 and them doing liquor or some type of food or you know a business, you know, continue to do the videography to continue to keep growing, the music to keep growing. You know, whatever blessings, you know, I'm trying to get back in the I want to coach too again, get back into that, and give it back to the kids and help groom the kids too, though.
Okay.
You know, that's the main thing because a lot of people that try to like help our kids out during the time that we was even in school, some of them cats was kind of like lightweight haters. They didn't want to see some of them kids be successful or us and stuff like that.
Facts.
We need people in leadership roles that wants to see the kids succeed.
Right,
And
right.
tell them the certain things to succeed. Don't be mad because whatever they're doing, give them the game and try to help them be successful.
Definitely.
And I want to get back into coaching, so I want to be able to provide some of that too. So there's so many aspects, all the positive aspects you can think of,
Okay.
where people might want to take shit. I want
Okay.
I want to be blessed with one of them avenues.
Have you ever thought about starting your own label? Because you got game plenty. Have you ever thought about doing your own label and putting the artist and giving that artist that talking that you've gotten
Oh,
over
yeah.
all the years?
Oh yeah, I love to. I didn't try, you know, throughout the years, but a lot of cats were my peers. You know what I'm saying? So I try to, you know, get a game and, you know, incorporate them and do certain things, kind of,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And I didn't sign a couple of people in my time too.
Okay.
But, you know, it's a hard industry. You know what I'm saying? It's a hard industry because I say a lot to say. Sometimes there's a lot of 4-year rappers or 4-year whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we've been blessed to this shit to keep going and going and going. So a lot of people I understand because of life, it gets frustrating. You know about life, so you can't be focused on music and stuff. But yeah, I would like to get some more youngsters or something like that. But a lot of cats can almost do it themselves now. So such an easy industry though. Now it ain't like you have to invest. I gotta pay this for the studio. I gotta press up the records. You're gonna have to come with a couple racks. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays you can do this shit for like a couple $100.
Do it in your living room from the laptop and everything. But that's not the quality of it because back in the day,
I'm willing to.
yeah, back in the day when you went to the studio, it was no playtime.
Yeah.
We got to go in.
Oh, yeah.
We here for this time to this time. We got to knock this out.
Paying for sessions.
Yeah, now these cats is
Still
doing this shit in the
doing
garage, but I don't mind you recording at
Yeah,
home,
you can do that.
but send it someplace to get it mastered.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You have to get it
Mix.
mastered. Don't.
Mixed by a professional,
Yeah, I don't
mastered
want-
by a professional.
I don't want to hear the deep from the fire, the smoke detector going on. I don't want to hear none of that. Just pay to get it mastered. It's crazy. Okay, so we're now in the situation now. Do we have an upcoming project coming on? Because for you to be opening for all these artists, you kind of like on your love in hip hop because all them cats is trying to get a name and get their name put out in the open so they can drop their clothing line, their new project, whatever the case
I
may
got
be.
a clothing line too. I had some shirts, the politicking shirts. A lot of people were supporting those too.
Okay.
Shout out to everyone who blessed me on that, supported them politicking. I had the t-shirts, I had the face masks and those.
Oh, stop it.
I forgot about that during the COVID. I had the face mask.
Okay. Okay. Wish I'd have seen one. I'd have snatched one.
Yeah, got them too on social media, but I need to pick that back up because a lot of people was blessing me on that. It just be hard to do all this stuff on your own.
You're doing a lot. And it gets heavy. Trust me, I know it be heavy on you, but nobody's gonna work harder for you than you. And a lot of these cats, like I've had some cats come in here and that self-entitlement shit, and I can't stand that.
All
Like,
blessing.
like come
It's all
on.
a blessing. That's what everybody got to realize. You know what I'm saying? No matter how talented you are or not, you know what I'm saying? Without God or whatever it is you're doing, it ain't gonna happen
At all.
That's how I feel.
That's some,
He showed me a
with
lot
you.
of times too. Yeah.
Won't he teach you a lesson? Man, God will slow you down.
Man.
But we've learned. We've learned. We've asked for forgiveness. We pushing it, and now that we moving right, he pushes with us. So
For real.
it's good. After the quick show this Friday, what's the next show that we looking for Nico on?
Don't know yet, but there'll be something coming up. There's a couple of things in the talk. So I just need to put the prayers in the air and the support, you know what I'm saying? Sky's the limit from there. That's another way you can support us by praying for us too, for success.
Please. I need all I can
got
get.
the money. If you don't feel like showing up, put them in the air, man. Let's see Shadow and Nico make some more moves. They making moves, but let them make some more moves.
I need that. I need all them prayers.
But yeah, we gonna, there's some talks and some stuff. I'm gonna be working on a couple of singles too. I already did something, worked on a couple of singles. I'm trying to push those songs right now too. Pushing the Get It song by the Mechanics, still pushing the 40 song. I got an L Fingers beat. I got another single, Late Night, that I'm pushing. So I'm kind of like pushing these singles right now because I'm like my own radio station. What does a radio station do? Like when you put it on, you hear a song repetitively. You don't hear that whole album throughout the month. You hear that one song going for just trying to push it in your ear. Like,
That's
so
what
that's
we
what I
do
do.
here.
I'm trying to push the same few songs. Hopefully, get y'all saying the shit.
Now with these songs, we gonna get some visuals with it also?
I got visuals.
Oh.
Yeah, there's visuals out there. I got them on my YouTube for all of them songs. I don't got a video for the 40 song, but there's a visual. Me VIP with 40 at a signing and shit, hanging out with Sick with it, Big Ol' Meezy and all them all day. So there's like some pictures from FM 102 that were actually took by 102 too.
Okay.
And so with the visual that I got for that, so that'll be a blessing to do the video for that.
Okay.
But
okay.
yeah, for the other songs, yeah, there's visuals, and I got
That's what's up.
commercials for them too.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, well, hey man, I appreciate you coming out, blessing my platform with your presence. For the people out there in the world who may have just landed on Earth and don't know who you are, please let them know how they can get in touch with you.
It's hard to know about everybody, but I feel it. But you can hit me up on all the platforms. You can look me up at Nico, Nico, Vision Media, and then that's on YouTube, IG, and then my music is on all the platforms. Whatever it is you listen to, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. If you're putting my music on your TikTok video, whatever it is, you look up NICO 43rd Music, NICO 43rd Music.
Now, not to cut you off, I'm sorry for cutting you off like that.
Yeah, please.
43rd Music. What exactly is that?
So I grew up in the inner city. It's not a block that no one gangbang, so it's not gangbang affiliated. But I grew up in the Oak Park, Fruit Ridge area on 14th Ave and 43rd. And that's where like a lot of the music really just started going as a kid, like really putting stuff together more and more, growing. And there's a big foundation of me doing music on that street, so that's why it's 43rd Music.
Okay.
Little house parties and stuff like that back in the days, that's the trap too, so it was going down that whole area.
We
Really
ain't
analyze that
gonna
area.
be telling on ourselves, but
No, I'm not saying me, I'm saying that area that was back in the days that was the hood, what I'm saying? It still is the hood, but so 43rd Music, because there's a lot of people using Nico too. I know it might not seem like it, but there's a lot of Nicos out there. So I had to put something
Yeah,
with it. I go
make
by
it
Nico,
different.
yeah. I go by Nico, but
Okay.
you have to look me up with a separate something to it. So
Yeah, 'cause
that's
You
where
talk about Nico
yeah.
on Apple, there's 15 of y'all
Yeah, there's a lot.
instantly.
Yeah, and even more people using it now, newer
Yeah,
people. I'm like, what the heck?
Yes. You started
When I
a
was,
trend.
yeah, when I was a kid, people was laughing at Nico when I was like 7. Nico, what the heck?
If only they knew.
For real.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in. This has been West Coast Wednesday on Hype Radio. I'm your man Shadow.
Hey,
Make
Shadow.
sure you tap in, hype-radio.com. We're also on the TuneIn app. Make sure that you listen because without y'all knowing, Mr. Nico 43rd Music is in rotation here on hype-radio.com. You can listen to him anytime. He even gave me a couple clean edits, so y'all will be able to hear him from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. when we do nothing but clean music.
Oh, dope.
Make sure you show your support, your love. Make sure you go out this Friday and watch this man set the stage on fire before Quick comes out.
Yeah.
Support your mud, Sacramento. We doing it for y'all. But we up out here. This is your man Shadow. This is my family Nico. Make sure y'all take care of
Y'all keep
yourselves.
supporting this show too.
Please do. Love you to death.